As a child, it was your default setting to have a vision for the future. You'd scream to the world almost with a naive confidence about everything you're going to do. As you age, that vision for some reason begins to dim, and it's on you, me, us, to light that vision up again. Over the years, I've learned just how important it is to have and hold a vision for yourself. I've spent a lot of time over the years and early on just expecting things to somehow come together in the end. It doesn't, and it won't, unless you have a vision for yourself. There's important questions to ask and steps to take, and I'm going to be sharing that with you here in this video. Now, no matter your age or your stage in life or where you are, it's important to clarify why you need a vision for yourself. Why is it important? Because you don't want to wake up 10 years from now and say to yourself, damn, I'm 30, I'm 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever 10 years from now would be for you. Your relationships are the same. With the same mindset, the same circumstance, the same challenges, you haven't grown, your bank account's the same, your experiences are the same, your outlook on life is the same, nothing's better. Expecting the best that life has to offer is like wanting to go somewhere and you don't know where it is. And so you pull out your phone, you pull up the GPS, Google Maps or whatever, and you just say, okay, go. Just go. I mean, think about how ridiculous that would look. All right, GPS, go. Take me to the perfect place and go. What? Just go somewhere awesome. Damn. See? It's a saying that you've probably heard that if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. It reminds me of a scene in Alice in Wonderland in the old Disney movie. And Alice is walking through the forest and she comes across the Cheshire Cat. And she's like, which way should I go? And he's like, well, that depends. Where are you trying to get to? She's like, well, it really doesn't matter. And he's like, well, then it really doesn't matter which way you go because you've got no plan and no vision in your life. Get out of here. He didn't say that. Now see, your vision is like a fruit strainer, okay? Stay with me, stay with me. Your vision is like a fruit strainer, right? So you have a strainer and you have fruit and you want to clean the fruit. So you put the fruit in the strainer. You go to the water, you put some water over it, you shake it up a little bit, and then what happens? All the dirt and all the gunk and all the stuff you don't want in there gets drained out with the water, and then all you have left in the strainer is this delicious goodness that you can then go forward with. And in the same way, your vision is like a strainer. When you have choices in life, because it's hard, sometimes you have decisions and choices and you don't know which one to take. You run those decisions through your vision. You run it through your vision, and then all the choices that don't align with your vision, with the future you have set for yourself, it gets discarded. And then all that you're left with are the decisions that will move you further towards your ideal life, further towards the vision you've set out for yourself. So your vision is like a strainer, and your choices are like the fruit. Your vision, having a solid vision, gives you clarity on the direction to take. It helps you distinguish between what you should and what you shouldn't do. That's the importance of a vision. So of course, the question is, how do you create a solid vision? The first thing you need to do is begin with the end in mind and asking yourself, what do you want your life to look like in detail? So what do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish? What type of experiences do you want to have? Make a note of these things. Do you want to be able to make your life a highlight reel? Do you want to go scuba diving and skydiving and backpacking and travel the world and learn a new language and mingle with new cultures? What do you actively want to learn? What do you want to master? What type of impact do you want to have on the world? What type of value do you want to bring to your community, your city, your country? What are you passionate about? Does that passion, is that something you want to turn into a career? Or do you prefer to have your career on the side that earns you money and then you focus on your passion on your off work time because that brings you joy and you don't want to mingle the two? You have to distinguish between those things if you want to create a solid vision. What does your ideal body look like? What does your ideal relationships look like with your friends and your family and your spouse and your partner? See, all those things are part of our visions, and I feel like a lot of times when you hear people talk about creating vision boards and building your vision, the conversation is always focused around your career and your income and having a big house or just having a big car. And there's so many details that are so much more important, so much more in depth and relatable to your life that never gets discussed. And so you have to start to map those things out. And the important thing is that it doesn't have to be glamorous. It doesn't have to be flashing lights and money and dollar signs. It doesn't have to be glamorous. It just has to be you. It has to be true to you. Now, there's a few different ways to have your vision inspired. So like myself, you might have a large part of your vision inspired by other people's vision. You might hear about what other people want to do and what they aspire to, and you add that to your vision. You take that on. Now, you also might be inspired by other people's reality. The type of life that they're living right now is the type that you envision for yourself. And that inspires you towards creating your vision. There's also, and this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, your vision can also be inspired by other people's regrets. And that regret of theirs becomes an inspiration for you. Because your vision is to never have to sacrifice your passion, never sacrifice your vision for convenience. Maybe that's what inspires you. And although it's more difficult, you can have a vision that's inspired and created around something that's never been done before, something that does not exist. It's possible. I know it is. I know it's possible because, for example, look around you. So look to your right and the first item you see. Think about that item at one point never existed. And then for it to exist, it had to first exist as a visual in someone's mind. Someone had to have a vision of it. And then they had to make the decision to act towards making it a reality, to manifesting that thing. What materials will be required to make it? What system and processes will I need in order to manifest this thing? And then they obviously actually did it because now it's in use by you in real life, or it's in use in your community around you, wherever you are. You have the possibility to be or do anything that you want. The potential is there. The hard part is creating enough intensity and desire for the thing, for the wantingness of that thing, that you're willing to sacrifice the things that don't matter for the things that do matter and take consistent daily action day in and day out towards the thing that you want to do in order to get it. So starting with your vision, creating your vision is as simple as this. You carry a notepad with you everywhere you go. Or a more modern way of doing it would just have a notepad in your phone that's dedicated specifically to mapping out your vision. And then you're always adding to your vision and adjusting it as you grow and as you learn and as you take action. And you're always pivoting. Your vision will always change as you continue to move forward. It always will. So to give you an idea, an example, part of my vision is being able to travel the world and see different places, different cultures, experience different things, which means I need to be able to develop an income, obviously. I need to be able to work remotely. I need to be location independent. And I want to be able to do those things around my passion. So that's my big, broad vision. Part of my passion is teaching and educating people. I like being creative. I like creating videos. I like editing. I like creating stories. I like trying to think about how to portray a positive message in a new way, creating meaningful content. And I like providing value to the world. I want to feel like I'm doing something that's actually improving the world. So for me, figuring out, okay, how do I create great videos? How do I make money from that? Like, that's part of my vision. And it's an ongoing process that I'm learning from. So I start with the end in mind and I work backwards. What steps do I need to take? What steps do you need to take now to get you closer to your ultimate end goal, your vision for yourself? And I actually do have a blueprint that I've used. It's 21 questions that when you answer them, it will help map out your ideal life. So I'll leave a link in the description for that. And that's a great resource that I use to really get clarity on my vision. So I hope it's useful to you. Because at the end of the day, your vision is simply an image of your ideal future. And it's important to know that your vision will constantly change. It will constantly be adjusting. And as you take actions toward your ideal life, your vision, you're gonna find that some things that you used to want, you don't really want anymore a few years later. Or the things that you didn't want before, now you kind of do want them. So it's okay to be aware that your vision will change. And I want to make it clear that I'm not talking to you up on my high horse. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not living my ideal lifestyle yet. I'm not like an example of perfection. I'm on the path just like you are. I'm constantly moving towards my vision. And what I am is someone who knows exactly what they want out of life. And I've talked to enough people that don't know what they want out of life, that I know that creating this content, creating this video is important because it might reach someone who otherwise might not have thought to create a vision for themselves in the first place. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's someone that you're going to share the video with. I don't know. But I know that it's important to make it because this has significantly helped me in my life and it will continue to help me in my life. And a question that I constantly reflect on is my mortality. So I constantly think to myself, at the end of my life, when I'm on my deathbed, when I know I'm going to die, what are the things I'm going to look back on in my life and be happy that I did? What are those things? Because those things need to be a part of my vision. And then on the flip side, doing a complete 180, what are the things at the end of your life that you can look back on and say, I will regret not doing that thing? At the end of your life, that's when everything that's important comes into your mind. And so both of those perspectives really help me navigate my life decisions. So I consider giving it a try. And if you enjoyed this video, want more content helping you be the hero of your story, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified of all my future videos. I create videos every week around self-development, personal empowerment, and lifestyle design. Go ahead and watch this video right here, right now, and I'll see you over there. Peace. Have a good one.